Matt Artisan here, and here are some signs that you might be too much of a nice guy. Because the fact is, women do like nice, kind people, but they do not like nice guys. That's confusing. I know, but hear me out. A nice guy in the dating sense means you manipulate women to get what you want. Now, you might not think that's you, but most guys have no idea that they're actually manipulating women.
I didn't know.
But it stems from the fact that you don't believe you're good enough just the way you are, and you see her as above you. The first sign is that you're being too agreeable. Now, being agreeable isn't necessarily a bad quality on its own. Psychological studies usually describe someone who's agreeable as someone who craves social harmony, which usually goes hand in hand with the desire to be liked or understood. The problem is when agreeable people, aka nice guys, agree with tasks that they don't have the time for or that they don't want to do, or they agree with other people's opinions that they don't even actually believe in. They think if they please others, then it'll make them a better person. But unfortunately, being too agreeable often does the opposite, and it makes people treat you worse. The fact is, if you're too eager to agree or validate everything a woman says or does just to please her in order for her to like you, she's going to lose respect for you for not having a backbone and not having any opinions of your own or the ability to say no to her. No. This leads to you becoming a pushover.
Are you too coward?
I'm too coward.
For that.
I am.
Women are not attracted to pushovers, dude. Next is being wowed by everything she says. So she tells you she's a pet mortician, and you say, wow, that's so cool. You get to see dead kitties and puppies all day long. Wow, amazing. Please, guys. Never do that. What you're doing there is putting her on an unnecessary pedestal. Or maybe you ask her something about her and she says she just likes to watch TV and hang out with friends. A very common answer in Asia, by the way. And then you basically say, wow, you're so cool, oh my gosh, amazing. Basically, it just comes off as fake and very disingenuous. And at some level, it shows her that you don't have any standards. Now, this doesn't mean you shouldn't compliment women or be interested in what they do. Absolutely, you should. But there's no need to be overly impressed by it. Because you're interesting too. You have all these awesome, cool qualities about you. And men with worth and value who have something going on in their lives aren't gonna have low standards for women or people in general. They're gonna challenge them. If somebody says all they like to do is watch TV and Netflix and chill and that's it, I would personally challenge. I'd be like, come on, there's gotta be more to you than just watching TV. There's a whole world out there. What do you love to do? What really inspires you? Or at least what do you wanna do? Like, what are you all about? Like, what are you passionate about?
Traveling.
Okay.
I'm learning Arabic.
You're winning. When you challenge people, it's actually holding them up to a higher level. It's expecting more from people instead of settling for less and being wowed by mediocrity. Next is not taking enough initiative. If you're waiting for a woman to take the lead, to ask you out, to ask for your phone number, or tell you where she wants you to take her.
Me? No.
No.
It's not happening.
No? Never?
Never.
Or you're just willing to take her anywhere that she wants to go, despite you not really wanting to go there, you might be too much of a nice guy. For example, if you're waiting for some big signs for her to show you that it's time to escalate things to the next level, i.e. kiss her or make a move on her, and you're waiting forever thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be respectful, I'm gonna be 100% sure before I make a move on her, she's probably gonna lose interest in you. I get it, you don't wanna make a move and create an awkward scenario. But the fact that you're willing to take a chance shows boldness. It shows that you're an action taker. It shows that you go for what you want and that you don't hide your intentions or your attraction towards her, which are all very attractive things. Nice guys tend to do the opposite. Maybe you ask for permission. You say, can I hold your hand? Or is it cool if I kiss you now? Can I lightly brush my leg against yours to create some sexual tension? Now, of course, consent is key when initiating intimacy, but that doesn't mean you have to be weak about it. You can still let her know that you're gonna make a move on her, like going in for a kiss, without being like, I would like to kiss you, is it okay?
Oh my God!
Just slowly make a move. Tell her what you want to do. Don't ask permission, just either slowly do it, giving her enough time to react and turn away or, take a step back if she's not wanting to reciprocate, or just tell her you want to do it. I probably shouldn't do this, but fuck it. Look, man, when you're not taking charge and not being true to yourself and at least trying to do what you want to do, it either, when you finally do make a move, comes off really weak, or if you don't make a move at all, it's showing her that you don't take charge. And most feminine women want a guy that leads, that takes charge, that is bold, that's not afraid to initiate. It's either that or you get stuck in the friend zone. You decide. Next is doing huge favors for her when the relationship hasn't even warranted that yet. Now you might think, what's wrong with doing a favor for a girl? I'm not trying to be a jerk. Now remember, there's nothing wrong with being kind and helping somebody out. But if you just met her last week and you're doing this huge gesture,
will you marry me?
Only so that she will like you more, it's not gonna have that effect. Don't watch her dog for a week. Don't fix her plumbing. You just met her. Go on a date with her. She can hire a dog sitter or a plumber. She's just taking advantage of your niceness.
I'm helping.
Save all those things for someone you're in a relationship with. If you do too much for her too soon, it lowers her value in your mind. Even though you think you're giving all this value to her, you're doing all these things for her, it actually makes her subtly feel like you're beneath her, like you'll just do anything for her. Again, like I said before, like you have no standards. It also seems like you have nothing going on in your life if you're constantly trying to do favors for her. Plus, women can tell when it seems like you have an ulterior motive behind your good deeds. She knows that she doesn't know you well enough for you to edit her term paper, but yet you do it anyway. It shows her that you might be expecting something in return, if you know what I mean. Then in your quest to be good and noble, you end up losing all chances with her.
You lose.
So focus on yourself and your own life and save those favors until you know she deserves them. Next is letting her treat you like crap. She always comes late for the date, or she flakes on you. She makes snide comments about you to other people, or she's constantly venting to you. She doesn't respect you, and somehow you're still tolerating all these things from her.
Holy shit.
You've made the biggest nice guy mistake ever. You might say, oh, she's emotional, or she's bipolar, or whatever, but stop making excuses for her. She knows exactly what she's doing when she does it. She knows it's not okay to treat somebody like that, but you made it permissible because you don't expect to get anything better. Deep down, nice guy syndrome is really a feeling of inadequacy, that you're not good enough, so you have to prove how good you are. And what typically happens in these kind of situations is a nice guy builds up a bunch of hurt and unprocessed anger inside you, which can build up and come out in a fit of rage or debilitating depression. But you don't need to be rude or aggressive. You just need to stand up for yourself and start communicating clearly and directly what your boundaries are and what you want and what you don't want. What's acceptable and unacceptable. She'll likely understand and adjust her behavior. But even if she doesn't and she insists that she's not at fault, she'll definitely respect you for finally growing a backbone and calling her out on her shit. And look, man, the nice guy syndrome can also show itself as neediness. This feeling like you need her to feel validated, to feel good enough. It's super deep rooted. You might feel like that's just the way you are because that's the way you've always been. But you don't have to go on living this way, full of shame and doubt and insecurity. Because that's exactly what our coaching program is all about. It's designed to help you let go of all the emotional baggage, limiting beliefs, and emotional and mental roadblocks such as nice guy syndrome that are holding you back, and build you up as this powerful, confident, attractive man, the best, most attractive version of yourself, the man that you're meant to be. So to see if we could help you out, click the link down in the description or to the right of this screen in just a second. Hop on a call with one of our coaches and we'll show you how our coaching program can help you become the best, most attractive version of yourself so that you can start getting more dates with women that you're actually excited about. My name's Matt Artisan from The Attractive Man, and I'll see you in the next video.